Hi my friends, welcome back to a new video. Today we'll be talking about the upcoming new moon and the solar eclipse that are coming up on October 25th. So I will give you an intuitive update, what kind of energies we may experience, how can we use them for the greatest possible manifestation and transformation, what to do with all of that, and we'll see where it will take us. So, my friends, I will give you 5 things you need to know. The first thing that I want to mention here is that there's like a light turning on onto your shadows. And it basically means that what you were running away from will be chasing you more than ever before until you become aware of that you're actually running away from yourself. So, what it means, often people are wondering how to experience a greater fulfillment in life. And fulfillment comes from wholeness, from being whole, right? Feeling whole, not feeling lack of something. And wholeness happens once we accept all of ourselves, right? Once we stop avoiding to certain aspects of ourselves, like certain memories from the past, certain emotions that may arise when we are thinking about certain memories from the past, like guilt, shame, worry, anger, frustration, envy, judgments, and so on. Those are emotions which are most of the time controlling us. And because of those emotions, we are looking on life through the lens of lack. This is lacking, this is missing, this is what's wrong, and so on. So when I said light on your shadows, it means that often in different spiritual cycles you may hear a word, a shadow work. Also, I was using it in the past. And the shadow work is all about awareness of what you've been suppressing in the past. It doesn't mean that there's something wrong with you, that you were suppressing it. You were trained to live your life that way because nobody taught us to actually live a life of fulfillment, to live a life of wholeness, to accept all of ourselves. Nobody taught us that. So we need to teach those things to ourselves, usually by ourselves. And to turn the light onto your shadows means that you become aware of what you were suppressing. And right now, with this upcoming energy, it's a truly beautiful time to do that. And most probably, if you're more sensitive to energies, you may notice that many memories from the past, many painful memories from the past are rising right now, are coming up to the center of your awareness. It may be like a fear of death. It may be like maybe you've done something you think that you would say you did something wrong, and it may come up with all those emotions so we can release it. Or it may be something connected with your parents or people that were around you when you were little. Maybe certain trauma may arise, and it's all okay. Be gentle with yourself, be easy with yourself when it comes to that. Remember that it's just a story that is attached to a certain emotion. Once you recognize a greater meaning and greater truth in that story, emotions will be released. So how can you do it? Well, if you pay more attention to what actually happened, and maybe if you step into the shoes of that other person that hurt you, maybe if that's the case, you may notice that that was the only way that person knew how to treat you. Maybe that person was in such a deep pain that the only way for that person to express his or her pain was to hurt you some way, maybe unintentionally, unconsciously. And often when we start looking on things that way, we experience a greater compassion for that person. It was not even their fault that they were in such a deep pain, because maybe their parents were in even bigger pain, and so on. So, of course, our responsibility right now is to let go of that pain, so we stop repeating it for the next generation. So we actually cut the chains of that pain, and we bring more healing to our DNA and to next generations. So however it may happen to you or for you, be gentle with yourself. Be easy on yourself when those things are happening, and always take time to observe that sensation. Do not judge yourself. In tune with yourself. Like I always say to you, create that beautiful relationship with yourself. The second thing that may arise with this energy is ignition of inspiration to initiate the next chapter of your path. So maybe you can recognize a sense of greater purpose for the next chapter of your life. Maybe you're already working on something and you just feel that right now is a time to get to the next level. Whatever is related to your life's purpose or that soul mission, I call it often a soul mission, which is basically something that inspires us so deeply that we know that we need to do it. Like for me, it's making these videos, helping people, working now one-on-one also with people, help them to transform their lives. I just feel that I need to do that. I went through many experiences in the past that I thought that in the past I thought those are hard challenges, but now when I'm looking back, I can see that all those challenges were actually shaping me so that I can do now what I'm doing. So you see, ignition of inspiration may arise for people who are in tune with themselves. Once we get more in tune with ourselves, we'll notice that, well, maybe the world is kind of messed up. Maybe what we are seeing around us can be completely wrong. We see a lot of talk about artificial intelligence, transhumanism, everything that's happening. We see a great chaos around it. And at the same time, we may experience a rise of inspiration to provide something healthier, right? Something that can actually help people to remember who they are. And if it is happening to you, you are actually getting to that next level of yourself, your energy is rising and you're remembering more of who you truly are. What's your purpose? What are you actually, learning here through lifetimes and lifetimes, so we can provide more of that unique energy to the world. So the world is kind of messed up, right? But still, we can use it as an inspiration to make something beautiful out of it. So make sure that you don't lose yourself in the chaos, but actually use the chaos as an inspiration to make something beautiful out of it. That's how we actually remind ourselves of our natural beauty, our natural gifts, and our natural power. The power of the beauty actually of being a human, having these unique ideas, and ability to connect to one another, to connect with nature, to get into that deeper level of understanding that actually everything is connected on that great web of life. And when we feel lost, we're not actually lost. We've just got stuck in our minds, and it's time to get back into our hearts to experience that connection once again that was always there. So if you're experiencing the ignition of inspiration to initiate the next chapter of your path, it means that you're being called to your purpose. You're being called to your mission. Your soul is calling you and guiding you. You're always guided. So rather than judging yourself, start trusting more to yourself. The third thing that may be felt right now is a great rise in energy, like feeling of higher calling, like there's path unfolding in front of us, feeling more in tune with nature and animals, Those are the signs that your energy is rising. Being more in tune with your intuition, or however you want to call that inner compass that is always there guiding us into the right direction. Do you feel that? Do you feel like your energy is rising and you feel more connected with yourself than ever before? Even if you feel deeper or more deeply your emotions than ever before, and you may say, well, it's kind of painful. Well, at least you feel it, right? At least you feel it, so we can release it. Often people are running away from that. And that's why people get to drugs, to alcohol, to everything they can find just to run away from themselves. When you begin to be okay with the pain, you start acknowledging it. You start accepting it. And once you start accepting it, you start freeing it. So you see a whole chain reaction happens once you actually start to feel something, rather than just avoiding it. So just a reminder that it's all okay. The fourth thing that may arise right now is awareness of what makes you unique, so we can increase the frequency of that aspect of you, and therefore release the attachments to what's not serving you anymore. Isn't that beautiful? The awareness of what makes you unique, so we can increase the frequency of that aspect of you. What it means? There's something that makes you unique, and you know that. Maybe you're that light in the community. Are you that one who's always bringing light to others? Who's lightening the days of others? Well, if that's you, that's your uniqueness. Of course, maybe you need to take care of other things, like also taking time for yourself, balancing your energy and so on. But at least you found your uniqueness. Maybe your uniqueness is that you're a really inspirational soul, or that you're a great creator, artist, painter, drawer, writer. And that's what makes you unique. Maybe you're a good communicator, and that's what makes you unique. You see, deeper you go into that aspect of yourself, more you start raising the frequency in this area until you become all of that, until you become all of that unique self. That's where you actually let go of the false identities, false ideas of who you think you are, and you embody the authentic version of yourself. So it all starts with awareness of what makes you unique, so you can raise the frequency in this area, so you can become it, so you can embody it, so you can start expressing it in the world. The world actually needs you right now. It is craving that unique energy that you have. So don't be afraid to embody it, to in tune with it, and to express it. That's beautiful, my friends. You're beautiful. And this is your reminder that you are beautiful. And the fifth thing, the last thing that I want to give you here with this video is that you can't be always ready for everything that's about to happen. But remember that you've been prepared for it through your whole life's journey. So have faith into your heart's capacity for guidance and enjoy the alignments of events unfolding for you, before you. So trust that your intuition guidance is real. And this one is so important because I often receive messages from people saying that I'm receiving guidance from my higher self, but I'm not sure if that's actually my higher self or my ego, or I feel like my dreams are calling me, like I need to do that, but I'm not sure if those are just some desires that were kind of manipulated by my environment. And often we have that intuitive calling, but we're not trusting it. That's why we need to start practicing more of that connection with ourselves, so we can recognize what's real and what's an illusion. right? If we're constantly distracting our minds with external impulses, then it will be really hard to create a relationship with that intuition, because we will not know, is there, are we thinking the thoughts that came from environment, or are we actually in tune with something greater? So gaining the trust into that inner intelligence can happen when you actually start building the relationship with yourself and you stop distracting yourself so often. For example, when you need an answer for something, rather than searching it all over the place, go into meditation and ask yourself what will arise, and then try it out in your daily life, what happens if you follow it, and see, you will easily find a difference between that inspiring thought that may come from your intuition, or a certain distraction, something that you may hear outside of you. So always be aware that sometimes you just can't be prepared, or sometimes we say, I'm not ready for this yet. But my mentor once said that if you are waiting to be ready, you will be waiting for your whole life. And actually, when we start the journey, we show to the universe that we are ready. When we initiate the first step, we show to the universe that we are ready. And consciously, we are never ready, because we think we need to learn something new, we need to gain a new skill, we need to do this and that and whatever, so we'll be ready. And that's why most people never start. But your whole life, you are in that preparation for this moment that is about to happen for you, for the things that are about to unfold in front of you. So learn to trust into your intuition. When something feels that this is it for you, when something feels like a guidance, trust it and see what will happen. If it arises in sense of inspiration and love, trust it. If it arises some fear, it's okay. But you need to understand the different fears. One fear is the one that actually comes from excitement for something new. For example, when I started working one-on-one with people, I had a bit of that fear, like I will not be able to help them. But then I've started to work with people, and I've noticed that every single time we develop that beautiful connection where things just start aligning, and it's so beautiful. I don't need to know how sometimes things needs to align or unfold. I just need to let things to unfold. I just need to be there like a channel so things can unfold. So you're always a channel for your energy so it can move freely through you. Always remember that, and always trust into the process. So my friends, this is it for now. Have a beautiful day. I'm sending you lots of love, blessings and power. I hope you've enjoyed in today's painting. Create Your Own World is the name of it. And thanks to all of you for supporting my art in my Etsy shop. AttractPassion, you're all truly appreciated. To everyone who needs some daily reminders, go and check out my Instagram page, AttractPassion, and my other Instagram page, AttractPassion, where you can find my art gallery. My friends, till next time, one love.